The sound of Japanese waves mixed with the steady sound of machinery. A robotic arm lifted up a giant tuna and squid. The sunlight shining down created a magical scene. Japan, an island nation with over 30,000 kilometers of coastline, where the sea is the source of life and the soul of the nation. But now, a revolution is taking place. Robots are replacing humans in going out to sea, processing and freezing right in the middle of the ocean. The question for fishermen is no longer when to go out to sea, but how to combine technology with the sea, as metal arms begin to forever change the way the Japanese conquer the ocean. Go discover. Japanese fishermen use robots to catch and process billions of squid and tuna. After World War II, when Japan rose from the ruins, the fishing industry became one of the most important economic pillars. With more than 10 million tons of fish caught each year, Japan is not only the leading producer, but also the country that shapes the world seafood market. In the 1980s, Japan's fishing industry reached its peak, with modern fishing boats setting sail every day, bringing back treasures from the vast ocean. But, as if by some inevitable fate, Japan's population is aging rapidly, and the generation of seafarers is gradually disappearing. While the old fishermen cannot continue, the young people are not interested in fishing. As the fishing industry struggles to maintain its workforce, a wave of technological innovation has arrived. Companies like Maruha Nichiro and Nippon Suisan are no longer looking back, but are instead starting to put robots on board. Robots never get tired, don't get seasick, and can work 24 hours a day in the middle of the ocean. While humans used to struggle with the rough waves, steel machines now do the hardest work for them. Some people argue that this is a betrayal of the past, that replacing fishermen with robots is a betrayal of the core values of the profession, the dexterity and meticulousness that only human hands can do. On the contrary, technology not only helps reduce the burden of labor, but is also the only way for the Japanese fishing industry to survive in the future. But one thing is undeniable, that technology has changed the face of the Japanese fishing industry forever. dawn over the Pacific Ocean, golden light shimmering through the rippling waves, reflecting off the shiny steel deck. During the day, robotic arms reach out into the open sea, rhythmically catching fish in the brilliant sunlight. When night falls, they continue to work in the cold light of halogen lamps, precise and silent movements in the vast, dark sea. Gone are the days of fishermen holding fishing rods or pulling nets. Instead, there's a new generation of fishing boats where technology never sleeps, and ocean life operates 24 hours a day. AI sonar systems and thermal cameras detect and track schools of squid and tuna moving on the seabed, even at depths of hundreds of feet. Data from the sonar is transmitted directly to the control center on the mothership, where technicians monitor and analyze the mining situation. Every movement is perfectly synchronized, leaving no room for error. When a target is detected, the ship immediately mobilizes the robotic arms to drop the net precisely at the calculated coordinates, avoiding mistakes, catching the wrong species, or harming the ecosystem. As the nets are pulled up from the deep sea, the tuna and squid lie still in the cold water. The whole process happens quickly, without a single second of delay. A single ship can handle up to 100 tons of fish per day. This enormous speed helps the Japanese seafood industry process billions of squid and tuna every year, with exports reaching more than 70 countries around the world. Never before has the seafood industry been able to maintain such a scale and speed. However, the rapid development of this technology is not without its critics. Have we gone too far, completely replacing humans with machines? Some argue that using robots to catch billions of fish and squid could destroy the connection between humans and the sea, leaving traditional fishermen feeling erased. They fear that one day this technology will lead to a decline in product quality due to lack of skilled human hands, and uncontrolled exploitation could put marine ecosystems at risk of destruction. And in the freezing cold of the ocean, when robots work tirelessly. Is this a sustainable solution for the seafood industry, or will it be an environmental disaster in the future? In the middle of the ocean, robots do the work for humans. But on land, the true value of each fish is still determined by the eyes and experience of the workers. At Tokyo's famous tuna market, as dawn breaks, the air is heated by an iconic Japanese ritual, the tuna auction. Under the neon lights reflecting off the cold ice, giant tuna weighing more than 400 pounds lie still, glittering like precious silver blocks. They are caught by offshore robots, gutted and frozen in the middle of the ocean before being transported here in near-perfect condition. When the whistle blows, sushi masters, high-end restaurateurs, and international investors, from Tokyo to New York, from Paris to Singapore, come in. They use flashlights to examine each piece of meat, feeling the firmness of the muscles, the color of the fat, and the delicate aroma that only fresh premium tuna has. Each nod, each frown can change the value by hundreds of thousands of dollars.